I wish, right? Hey, good morning, everybody. Imagine last night it was snowing. Hey, look outside. It's nice, beautiful. It's actually warm for me anyway. I know for some of you who came from far, it might feel cold still, but it's actually pretty warm out there. You know, for engineers back there in coveralls, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. But Captain, they say if you're not an engineer, you're a writer, sir. So, that's what we say. But yeah, I think a lot of it, what I was going to say has been said. Captain stole some of my thunder, Ray stole some more, and old Mac, y'all stole a lot of my thunder, so that's actually good for everybody. Actually, I need a secret weapon. Chrissy, you're going to be my secret weapon here. If I start to get too serious, and you can turn this on. You know what to do. Thank you. That's right. So as y'all know, I like to have a lot of fun, and in most places I've been able to have fun and still get the job done. So that's what we're here to do a little bit today. Also like to pay homage to, you see the two purple chairs over there, the one on my left with the hat, that's my, in honor of my grandmother, Campy, who's not here anymore. And the one on the right is in honor of my shipmates from the coal, with Ensign Triplet, was my MPA, he's also a Mustang, and he didn't make it. And Chief Costello, I was his sponsor. When he made chief, you normally find somebody and ask them to be your sponsor. Chief Costello was an ET, and as you know, I'm an engineer, and we don't tangle with too many topsides, you know. And one day, this guy taps me on my shoulder, and he was like, Chief, got a request for you. I'd like you to be my sponsor. I was like, who are you? He said, I've been observing you, and I want you to be my sponsor. I was like, all right, no problem. So that's what we did, and during the months prior to putting on anchors, we did, you know, we got out there, did a lot of community service, did a lot of training events. Pam over there was there with us. She was in the mess also. But that was one of my most fun times there, being able to go running, PTing those guys. I know that was a couple pounds ago. But that was a pretty good one. Yeah, I see your civilian Cyril over there. That's the latest member of our group before me to punch out a couple weeks ago. And during the last few years, it's been kind of winding down. There's like a core group of us who came up through the years, always stick together and stuff. And one by one, it was Ray was the first to go, and then Cutter, who's not here, and then Will, and Cirillo. Now today's my turn. I think Mac is next, I think. Or maybe Ray, I don't know, we'll see. But it's winding down. Our reliefs are here, and I'm happy to say we probably trained our share of reliefs. So it's okay. Nobody's irreplaceable in this business, and we've definitely trained our reliefs. We push a lot of boots together. For those who don't know, that's like I guess the Army guys call it drill sergeant. And there are a lot of ex-RDC. So how many here push boots before? Put up your hand. You got a handful. But yeah, that's the same as drill sergeant. And it's quite a job. We can talk about it all day, but if you want to hear some more, we can talk about it afterwards. Yeah. Through the years, you're able to see some of the various uniforms that we've worn over the years. I think it's a scam, really. For real. It might change you. I don't know, it's not practical. But we keep making those changes. So that you start up during the flag passing. That's a very special flag. Like EXO said, it was flown on the coal on October 12th, and it took a long trip to get there. Right, NC1? Where you at, NC1? Thanks a lot for your hard work pursuing that elusive flag. Yeah, it really took a long way to get here. I'd like Lieutenant Rogers said at my 9-year mark, I achieved one of my dreams of making chief, and those were some of the best days of my career. And one of the reasons that I wanted to become an officer is so that I could still have fun and get away with a little more. Having fun, you know, and get the job done. Because there's only been a few times when, sometimes when you have someone who's really enthusiastic and some people don't like that, they try to make you sad or depressed or whatever. Of course, it don't work on me, but it's been tried once or twice, you know. As for my kids, I always told them when they say, "Hey, Daddy, where you gotta go again?" on deployment and all of that. If you watch the news, current world events, it's a big, scary world out there. And one of the reasons that we do what we do is we take the fight to the enemy. So that way, they don't do some of that stuff here. They do it over there. And a little bit slipped through the cracks, but it could be a lot worse if we weren't here to hold the fort. And you guys who believe in me today, you got to keep doing that, because that way you keep the fight over across the water. Okay. I remember one of the few times that I got in trouble once. This is an easy one. It was on the McInerney, the Mighty Mac as they call it. Anybody here ever been on the Mighty Mac? FFG 8? That's right. GSM-1 Jackson, there was one of my firemen back then. And hopefully soon you put on some anchors and keep moving up. One of my reliefs there. But those were some special days. And I remember one of the things that we do in the officer world, you have to earn this pin they call a SWO pin, even if you have a previous pin or whatever. And I got my SWO pin on like today, and the next day I wanted to celebrate, so I did, and got in a little tiny bit of trouble. And of course, you know, word spreads, right? He got back to the ship before I did. I don't know how. That was down in Ecuador. And I remember the captain said, "Well, what are we gonna do? We gotta do something." I was like, "All right, Captain, I'll put myself on hack." And officers don't get put on restriction, they call it hack. It's almost, I won't say self-imposed punishment, but it was for me. And I put myself on hack for the rest of the tour. I mean, for the rest of the port visit. And the way that I dealt with it every day is while everybody went on liberty, I would, the officer country, for those who've been on ships, you just kind of separate out of the way. I got some paint, some cleaning gear, and by the time everybody come off liberty every night, there was a section of the passageway or the door painted up, cleaned up and all of that. As if, because you know, the enlisted guys, when you get put on restriction, you have to work, right? Extra duty. So I figured that was only fair, you know. So I did my time and tried to set an example. You know, you get in trouble sometimes, you gotta pay the price, right? So that's how it is. A lot of you guys here, we go way, way, way back. And I appreciate y'all traveling from way across the water in some cases, across the country. I know it wasn't easy to get here in some cases. I know a couple, there's probably a handful of people also who didn't make it that I want to say thanks for at least attempting to come. You know, there's been a few last minute cancellations and so on. So there are some friends and family that wanted to be here that couldn't be here, and I appreciate that. My adopted family, I want to say a special thanks to my, way back in my early days, as you young sailors know, sometimes you work hard or play hard, right? If you're lucky, you find a family, even though you're away from your family, you find a family that you could, you know, go home to, have home cooked food sometimes, hang out with the kids. So that was my adopted family back there. All these years, those were some good times. So I'll stay in touch though. Yeah. See, this might make see myself here with my speaking points. So I figure I don't want to bore you all to death today. But I want to say thanks again for coming out. And last night was good. We enjoyed ourselves. I want to say there's some refreshments upstairs for us to enjoy some more, and let's continue to have some fun and take care of each other. Thanks a lot for coming.